I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review and installation of the Rugged Ridge Windshield LED Light Kit fitting all 2007 and up JKs. Today we're going to talk through the installation of this light kit, which is a very simple 1 out of 3 wrenches, although you are going to have to do some wiring to get these lights actually wired up and working properly. So the installation is going to be very simple, but you will have to do some wiring or take it to a shop to have them wired up if you're not comfortable doing automotive wiring. The actual installation of bolting up the brackets and the lights shouldn't take you more than an hour, although wiring them can take a little bit more time. We're also going to talk through the construction, a few of the features, the light output, and the beam pattern of these lights. These are for those of you who want to add some auxiliary lighting onto the A-pillar of your Jeep. Some of you need that additional lighting for driving down dark back roads with no oncoming traffic, hitting the trails at night, and others just like the way lights on the A-pillar look visually. They do give you that off-road safari style look that a lot of you guys are after. Well, this kit is going to include both the brackets and the lights to get mounted up onto your A-pillar. The brackets are completely bolt-on, so there's no drilling or major modification necessary, and the lights do provide a good amount of light. These aren't going to be a top quality, most expensive light with a ton of money and time invested in the optics to get the best possible light output and beam pattern, but for what most of us use our lights for, these are going to be more than sufficient. So this kit does come with 2 brackets that are going to allow you to mount your cubes on your A-pillar, and these are just steel brackets that are covered in a black powder coat finish. They do have a nice foam already applied to the back side of it to help keep these from scratching the factory paint on your Jeep, which is a nice feature. A lot of them do come with that foam, some of them don't come with it installed. This does. And the bracket's also thin enough that you can use the factory bolts that come already in your windshield hinges. So there's no additional hardware, you're not mixing and matching hardware or bolt sizes. You're going to be able to remove those 2 bolts and put them right back in place with your bracket in place. And then the lights that come with this kit do include 4 CREEE LEDs inside of them. They have brackets so that you can adjust the lights not only up and down but also in and out to aim them exactly where you want them. Now these are driving beam light, and generally for an A-pillar I like to recommend a spot beam light. A driving beam is a little bit low and wide, and you can get a little bit of bounce back from the hood into the driver's eyes, which can ruin your night vision. However, if you do have these aimed properly, you can get away with a driving beam on the A-pillar without a problem, and you are going to have plenty of usable light. Now, as I mentioned before, you are going to have to do some wiring to get this kit wired up. These do come with a 2-wire pigtail. There is a weatherproof connector here, but ultimately it ends in this 2-wire pigtail, which is not unlike most other LED lights that you'll find on the market. Most of them come with a pigtail like this, and you will have to do some wiring. You can get these lights wired up to any number of switches, use a relay to trigger them off of existing lights if you choose to. There are a lot of different options on how to get these wired up. So for the install, as I said before, 1 out of 3 wrenches. These are going to bolt directly onto your Jeep without any major modification, and you are going to be able to get the install done in less than an hour, although then you still have to wire up your lights. They're no good if you don't wire them up and if they don't work, and wiring can take a little bit more time. So starting with the install, the first step is to remove 2 of the windshield hinge bolts on either side in order to hold the bracket up to its mounting location and reinstall those bolts, getting the bracket bolted onto the windshield hinge. Once that's done, you'll be able to bolt the light directly onto your new bracket, and that's the easy part. From there, you do have some wiring to do, and if you're comfortable with automotive wiring, or if you purchase a wiring harness, you can get by without too much work to get these wired up and functioning properly. If you are comfortable with automotive wiring and you want to build your own harness, that's also an option, of course, or you can always take these to a shop to have them wired up if wiring isn't something that's within your comfort level. In order to get these components mounted up on the A-pillar, all you're going to need is a large Torx bit in order to remove and reinstall those factory windshield hinge bolts to get the brackets in place, and your traditional socket set in order to get the lights mounted on your new brackets. If you are going to be doing the wiring on your own, you are going to need your wiring tools in order to get everything wired up. As far as the price goes of this kit, I think it's a fair price for a turnkey out-of-the-box setup that includes lights and brackets that you know are going to work together. Now this kit doesn't include the wiring harness, which some other kits do, but of course those kits are more expensive. And as I said before, if you're looking for the best of the best in light output, beam pattern, all of that, you're probably going to want to purchase brackets from Rugged Ridge and then go and get your lights from one of those companies that are known specifically for making top quality lights. But again, that setup's going to cost you more. This is an inexpensive turnkey setup. You know everything's going to work together. And as I said before, for what most of us are using our Jeeps for, these lights are going to be more than sufficient and have plenty of light output. So if you're looking to add auxiliary lights to the A-pillar of your Jeep and you want something that includes your lights, your brackets, everything that works together right in the box, just add wiring and you're good to go, this is going to be a good kit to take a look at. So that's my review of the Rugged Ridge Windshield LED Light Kit fitting all 2007 and up JKs that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.